Hello everybody, Blue Goblin here, and welcome to my comic book review for books that came out on October 7th, 2009. Thanks for watching, everybody. Now, before I get started with the reviews, I want to let everybody know, first, I'm going to remind you that, remember, you can see my videos on YouTube and Facebook. Now you can follow me on Twitter. Yes, I am now available on Twitter.com under the name blugoblin01, because apparently there's already a Blue Goblin on Twitter, and it's not me. If you want to follow me on Twitter, go to twitter.com/blugoblin01. Do not forget the 01 part. There I'll be posting my my reviews, my video tributes, just random thoughts, and maybe other videos from YouTube. So follow me on there if you want to. I'll be grateful. I'm just getting started with Twitter, and now I'm already having fun with it. So. And I also want to give a special thank you to Sarah Jackson at twitter.com/Arkham Comics for also posting my reviews on there as well. And I want to thank her for that. Now let's get to the reviews, shall we? Let's start off with the only DC I got. Batman and Robin #5. Look, I'm going to tell you the truth. This book was like a history lesson. For those fans who probably didn't catch Death in the Family, the whole death of Jason Todd. It was more like, I thought Batman and Robin was supposed to focus on the future of Batman and Robin. You know, Dick Grayson's now Batman. Damian Wayne is now Robin. Let's focus on that. No. We got to talk about the past when Bruce Wayne failed Jason Todd thanks to the Joker and a crowbar. You know, when I read Batman and Robin, I want to see how Batman is progressing. If I want to wink and a nod to the past, I'll just dig into my comic book boxes and read an old Batman book. You know, it's a well-written story, but who needs a history lesson when you already know the history? That's just for the casual fans. At least the history lesson portion of it was. Next up, Ultimate Spider-Man #3. I'm really trying to give this series a chance. I really am. And I'm not giving up on it yet. You see, I like Ultimate Mysterio. Ultimate Mysterio looks awesome. And there's a good fight scene between him and SpiderMan in this book. But all the rest of this book, all it is Peter and MJ, blah, 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 you broke up with me, blah, 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 you're seeing Gwen, blah, 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 blah. And at the end of the book, Johnny Storm, blah, 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 I'm living with you now, Peter, blah, 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 blah. You know, that's all it is, just a bunch of blah, 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 and not enough action for a good Spider-Man book to have. So, fail. Alright, next up, Amazing Spider-Man 608. Who was Ben Reilly? Who gives a shit, right? How long ago was the Clone Saga end? How bad was the Clone Saga? And why do we need to have Ben Reilly come back into the Spider-Man mythology? It's done. It's over. It sucked back then, and it sucks now. And I remember reading the Clone Saga when it was brand new during the 90s. I hated it then, and I still hate it now. The fact is, we don't need Ben Reilly anymore. So why does Marvel feel like they need to try and make Ben Reilly popular again? It just isn't going to work. And unfortunately, Mark Guggenheim fails on this story because even though it's nicely written, I still feel like it's the beginning of Clone Saga Part 2. And we don't need that. So, another fail. Sorry. I'm being honest. Let's keep moving. Astonishing X-Men 31. I was really looking forward to this issue. After reading the whole story with Forge and everything, I was on board. You know, the story with Forge was passable. It was pretty good. Wasn't the best story in the world, but it was readable. It was good. And then I read this, and I'm feeling like, what the hell did I just read? I mean, this story starts with Agent Brand being ambushed by the Brood, and she's about to crash back into the Earth's surface, and Sword is like, oh, we gotta save Agent Brand, but we can't get to her. She's too far away. I know. Let's call the X-Men. I mean, it's literally presented like that, and there's so many characters in this book that are, you know, looking like they're acting out of character, and especially Beast. Beast kind of acts like the the smart-ass, overprotective boyfriend. You know, that's not who Hank McCoy is. Hank McCoy, the Beast, he's a scientifically brilliant mutant who's a real gem to the X-Men mythology, and you got him acting the way he does in this book, and it just doesn't look right. It just doesn't feel right, so hoo-ah! The book sucked. Let's keep going. Cable 19. Cable issue number 19. Okay. Sorry, I was a little pissed off at that issue of Astonishing X-Men. Okay, here you go. Now, this is a nice book. This is a nicely well put together book. The artwork's good. The story actually makes sense in this one, and I like it. And really, I don't want to spoil this one because I thought it was actually very nicely done. You know, there's so many bluffs and so many people trying to call bluffs in here, and it fits. It simply fits. You know, Bishop could, Bishop's at a point where he can just end it just like that. But he needs to be absolutely sure he knows that he can do the job of killing Hope. You know, that's the one thing that just adds on to his character development in this series, is he needs to know. You know, he doesn't want to find himself getting too confident in his mission. And all the while, you got Hope, and you got Cable, and you got Hope's new boyfriend, I forget his name already, and you got the Brood running around here, and it's just so well done, and the twist at the end just makes me want issue 20 that much more. It's very well done. All right, let's go on to the Merc with the Mouth. You knew it was coming. Deadpool number 16. I'm not going to lie. Deadpool issues 14 and 15 suck shit through a straw. With one slurp, and this book is picking up. It's picking back up. Although I got to admit, my favorite line from this book, I even tweeted this on Twitter. I said, I just love the smell of 372,844 pancakes in the morning. I mean, that line is just awesome. It was awesomely funny. But, you know, these past few issues, Daniel Way has only been getting it half right. He's like, okay, let's write a Deadpool book and just go joke after joke after joke after joke after joke. That's only half of who Deadpool is. The other part of Deadpool is where he goes out and kills, and he kills, and he kills people. You know, it doesn't matter as long as he feels good about it, he's gonna kill somebody. You know, and the end of this book, it's kind of starting to get back up to where we know the whole Deadpool again, and I'm not giving it a full burst of confidence yet because we have yet to see the full development of Deadpool, but it's getting there and it's enjoyable. It's enjoyable for now, but I'm going to reserve my full judgment until I keep reading this series. Alright, let's end this with Luke Cage Noir number 3. This, in my opinion, was the best book of the week. And that is a beautiful variant cover. I love it. This is a great, great story. Mike Benson and Adam Glass doing an incredible job writing the story that is going on with this book. You know, with the exception of Punisher Noir number 1, the Noir series have just been making hit after hit after hit, and it is so enjoyable, so refreshing to read such good material from Marvel. I almost don't want it to stop, but unfortunately, they're only 4-issue miniseries instead of ongoings, and honestly, the Noir books, they should be ongoings. But then again, that could put quite a dent in your wallet. So, if you're loving the Noir series, then I suggest you pick this up. This is no different. This is a very spectacular read. The artwork's incredible. There's nothing else I can really truly say about this particular book without spoiling it. And I'm not going to spoil this book. All I'm going to say is, this is a book that I would highly recommend buying. Very well done. Well, that's all I got for this week. Thanks for watching. Don't forget to subscribe. And remember, I'm now available on YouTube, Facebook, and Twitter.com. So, this is Blue Goblin signing out saying, until next time, I'll see you later.